Sexual shame is an emotional burden that weighs heavily on many individuals, stemming from societal, familial, and cultural influences. Whether taught by religious beliefs, cultural taboos, or harmful past experiences, these forces can lead to feelings of guilt, confusion, and inadequacy about sexuality. However, sexual shame doesn't need to be a life sentence. Embracing your sexuality with compassion and understanding can enhance your self-esteem, improve relationships, and bring greater joy to your life. Number 10. The origin of sexual shame. Understanding where your sexual shame originates is essential in overcoming it. Often, these feelings are deeply embedded from early experiences. Family dynamics play a crucial role. Families that avoid talking about sex or only address it negatively often raise children who grow up associating sexuality with guilt or taboo. Furthermore, religious teachings and societal expectations regarding purity can reinforce these negative views, creating internal conflicts as people mature into adulthood. Religious or cultural narratives that treat sexual exploration as sinful or dirty can deeply root shame in individuals, sometimes lasting into their adult lives. Take time to identify where your personal experiences fit into these narratives. Reflect on how these factors contributed to your shame, and recognize that they are constructs you can break free from. It's like growing up thinking pizza is sinful because someone told you that good things aren't supposed to taste that good, only to later realize that pizza and sex are actually great. Number 9. The power of sexual education. One of the most empowering ways to combat sexual shame is through education. Let's be real. Most of us didn't exactly get a comprehensive sex experience in school. We learned the birds and the bees in overly clinical terms, and discussions about pleasure, consent, and diverse sexual identities were largely ignored. Taking control of your education about sex is essential to overcoming shame. The internet is a treasure trove of information on sexual health, body positivity, and human sexuality. Books, blogs, podcasts, and videos that focus on positive, inclusive messages can help broaden your perspective and dispel harmful myths about sex. Understanding that sex is a natural, healthy part of being human is fundamental in releasing yourself from shame. Start with reputable sex-positive websites like Scarleteen and sex educators like Dr. Emily Nagoski. Learn about everything from anatomy to pleasure without judgment. Number 8. Challenging internalized beliefs. Once you've identified the source of your shame and begun educating yourself, it's time to challenge the deeply internalized beliefs that no longer serve you. Many of us carry views on sex that aren't our own, whether it's the concept of virginity as a measure of purity or the idea that certain sexual acts are dirty. These ideas often aren't grounded in reality. Take the time to critically assess these beliefs. Do they align with your true values and who you are today? Or are they relics from societal or familial expectations? Challenging these beliefs can be difficult, but it's necessary to rewrite your sexual narrative. The belief that sex should only happen within marriage, or that sexual desires make someone immoral, can feel ingrained, but these are merely societal constructs. The truth is that sexuality is a deeply personal journey, and what matters most is your comfort, safety, and joy. Think of these beliefs as outdated software that needs upgrading. You wouldn't use a computer from the 90s, so why keep using those old beliefs? Number 7. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for any past sexual experiences or choices is crucial to moving forward. People often carry guilt for their sexual pasts, whether it's having sex outside of marriage, experimenting with different partners, or exploring desires they were taught to feel ashamed about. It's time to forgive yourself for these experiences. Remember that sexuality is a part of life and that everyone makes mistakes along the way. Self-forgiveness allows you to release the emotional burden of shame. Rather than holding on to guilt for the past, focus on how those experiences helped you grow. Embrace the lessons learned, but don't let them define your future sexual self. Practice self-forgiveness through journaling. Write down any past experiences that you feel shame about, and then actively forgive yourself for each one. Number 6. Seeking therapy and professional help. For some, sexual shame is deeply ingrained, and overcoming it requires professional guidance. Therapy, especially from a therapist who specializes in sexual health or trauma, can be a powerful tool. Cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness-based therapy, and trauma-focused therapies have all been shown to help individuals confront and reframe their views about sexuality. Group therapy and support groups focused on sexual health can also offer a space where you feel seen and validated. These communities allow people to share their experiences in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Hearing other stories can make you feel less isolated and give you the support needed to overcome your shame. Therapy is like hiring a tech support team for your brain. They help you debug those thoughts and get things running smoothly again. Number 5. Practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is one of the most powerful tools in combating sexual shame. Often, people with sexual shame feel inadequate or unworthy, but these feelings are based on false narratives. Practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and empathy you would offer to a close friend. Self-compassion can take many forms, from repeating positive affirmations about your sexuality to engaging in body-positive activities like dance, yoga, or mindful movement. Affirmations like, "I am deserving of love and pleasure," can slowly start to break down the shame that has built up over time. Through self-compassion, you can develop a healthier relationship with your body and your desires. Number 4. Mindfulness and sexual healing. Mindfulness practices are incredibly effective for reconnecting with your body and healing from sexual shame. Many individuals who experience sexual shame have disconnected from their bodies, treating them as sources of guilt or anxiety rather than pleasure. Mindfulness helps you focus on the present moment, letting go of judgment and allowing yourself to experience sensations fully. Practices like meditation, yoga, and even mindful sex can help bridge the gap between your body and mind. By focusing on your breath, movements, and sensations, you can become more attuned to your body's needs and desires without fear or shame. Try a simple body scan meditation before bed each night. It helps you reconnect with your body and releases any built-up tension or negative emotions. Number 3. Healthy communication in relationships. Sexual shame often creates barriers in intimate relationships. When we feel ashamed of our desires, it becomes difficult to communicate openly with our partners. However, communication is key to building healthy, fulfilling sexual relationships. Practice being open with your partner about your feelings, desires, and boundaries. Honest conversations help to dispel the mystery and fear that often accompany sexual shame. The more you talk about your needs, the easier it becomes to break free from the shame that's holding you back. Create a safe space where both you and your partner can explore intimacy without judgment. Think of it as a GPS for your relationship. Honest communication helps you avoid taking wrong turns in the bedroom. Number 2. Reclaiming and redefining your sexuality. Reclaiming your sexuality means taking ownership of your sexual narrative and redefining what it means to you. This step often involves letting go of societal labels and expectations around sex. Sacred sexuality, for instance, views sex not merely as a physical act, but as an expression of love, connection, and even spirituality. For some, this could mean exploring practices like Tantra, while for others, it might involve solo activities that help them connect with their bodies in a positive way. Reclaiming your sexuality is about finding what works for you, what feels good, and what aligns with your values, free from judgment. Spend time journaling about what sexuality means to you now. How have your beliefs changed? What kind of sexual experiences do you want to explore moving forward? Number 1. Building a strong support system. Overcoming sexual shame is not a journey you have to take alone. Building a supportive network of friends, family, or even online communities can make a significant difference. Seek out people who are open-minded and non-judgmental, who will encourage your growth rather than reinforce feelings of shame. Joining support groups, whether for sexual health, trauma recovery, or body positivity, can provide you with a sense of community and validation. Sometimes, just knowing that others have gone through similar struggles can be incredibly freeing. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful in understanding how to overcome sexual shame, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more empowering content that helps you embrace your true self. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.